Everybody's so quiet.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Welcome. Ali Bajwa and Farrah wish to get married. We're all family and friends, so both Ali and Farrah, we're all here to witness the nikah ceremony. And with that, I would like to hand over the ceremony to Imam Nadine Bashir.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وسلم تسليما كثيرا كثيرا أما بعد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Inshallah, we'll begin with the process of marriage and nikah, and I just want to say just a few words before we actually get to the actual process, just something that we can all take back, something that we can benefit from. The purpose that we are here gathered here today is the beginning of a family, inshallah. And when we talk about family in itself, the Quran has highlighted the importance of establishing a family to keep the peace and harmony within every single family. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He talks about the family in the Quran. He says that the family is a place, or the family is such, which brings the coolness of eyes. He says, وَالَّذِينَ يَقُولُونَ رَبَّنَا هَبْ لَنَا مِنْ أَزْوَاجِنَا وَذُرِّيَّاتِنَا قُرَّةَ أَعْيُنٍ. He uses the word قُرَّةَ أَعْيُنٍ, and what that implies is that going back into the history and amongst the Arabs, that when an Arab would travel through the desert, and when they would go and they would experience a sandstorm, once they were able to pass that sandstorm and they were able to seek refuge at a place, they would remove their covering from their face and they would use this expression, which was qurratu aynin, the coolness of eyes. Meaning that after you go through a storm, after you go through any type of challenge, once you experience comfort, this is what coolness of eyes means. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran, He says that a family is the coolness of eyes, meaning that whenever you are experiencing any challenge, you know that there is one thing that can bring the smile on your face, and that is your family. That family should be such that when you go home, you know that that family, my wife, my kids, can put the smile back on my face. I will forget about all the challenges I've experienced today, but it is unfortunate that today, when we actually do go back home, we dread going home. We'd rather stay outside, and this is the case. This is the society that we live in, unfortunately. Going back 30 years, the society was such that it was promoting, and it was promoting healthy family values. Nowadays, we do live in a society, unfortunately, that which does not promote family values so much so, and that's why you see that in a lot of cases, families they have challenges just to cope with one another. So that's why when we talk about Islam, when we talk about nikah, when we talk about marriage in Islam, it is important that every single man understands that what is my responsibility towards my wife, and every wife should understand what is my responsibility towards my husband. there was a pastor who wrote a book, and I was just recently I finished the book, but it was called Love and Respect, and in which this pastor he explains that every single man is looking for one thing in marriage. Every single woman is looking for one thing in marriage. And what are those two things? A woman is looking for love. She wants her husband to emotionally connect with her. She wants her husband to show her love. On the other hand, every single husband is looking for one thing, and that is that I demand respect from my wife. And so what happens is that it is important that whenever we take and we try to understand the concept of love and respect, it is important that a husband should first take it upon himself that I need to show love to my wife, and a wife should take it upon herself that I need to go out of my way to show respect to my husband. But today what it is that we're always looking and demanding our own rights first. Okay? Why, the wife, she has not shown me respect. But we never take into respect, or we never try to approach the matter that have I shown her the love that she requires or she demands from me. So we live in a society that it promotes individualism. We're always looking after our own rights, but we're not looking after the rights of others. But if we just switch that around and every husband takes upon himself that, you know what, let's not worry about the wife respecting me. I'm going to go out of my way and show that love that she wants. I'm going to show her that love. And the wife also, she has the same mentality that, you know what, I'm not going to worry about whether my husband shows me that love. I'm going to go out of my way and I'm going to show that respect to him. Then guess what? You will find more marriages that will go through, there'll be more peace in a family than compared to what it is today. So that's why it's very, very important, and I'm going to conclude on this, and that I usually recommend that every single man should study the life of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to learn how to become a better man. When we say the life of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is never, when we study at Sunday schools or while we're growing up, it's always been about events. This year, this particular time, he did this. But that was never the purpose and the objective of the seerah. The objective of the seerah has always been that you need to derive and extract valuable insights and lessons for the life of the Prophet ﷺ. So that's why I recommend that every man should study the life of the Prophet to learn how to become a better father, how to become a better husband to their wife, and every wife should study the life of the wives of Rasulullah ﷺ to learn how to become a better mother and how to become the ideal wife to their husband. Having said that, we'll go and get started with the process of the nikah. One thing I will explain first of all is that what exactly is the process, and then we'll start. The process of the nikah is that generally there are two witnesses. We have two witnesses. Who are the two witnesses? And so, can you please take your seat here? And in Islam, we always have two witnesses who actually witness the marriage ceremony taking place. That is the bare minimum. And then the rest of the congregation or the rest of the crowd, they serve as extra witnesses. But there are two appointed. In a lot of cases, the bride is not present, so usually the bride's father represents her, which is called the wakil or the wali. For those of you who have come from back home, you understand that concept. For those of you who were born here, if you don't understand that concept, don't worry about it. Okay? The other methodology of performing a nikah in marriage is that the bride is present she's present herself, and she does not need her father to represent her. So this is the setup that we have right now. What I will first do is that I will read some Quranic ayat, and then followed by a hadith or a prophetic tradition of the Prophet ﷺ. And then first of all, I will ask you, Sister Farrah, that do you give yourself into the marriage and nikah of Brother Ali Bajwa, and you will say, with the precise words, I have given myself. And then Brother Ali, I will ask you that do you accept Farrah Rahman into your marriage in nikah, and you will say, I have accepted her, with these precise words. In Islam, marriage is all about giving and accepting. The woman is giving herself into the marriage and into the nikah, and the man is accepting her into his marriage and into his nikah. And then we have the two witnesses, Brother Chaudhry Abdul Rashid, and then we have Brother Malik Tariq Ali, also here present. Also, there is in Islam there is a gift that a man is required to give to his wife, and so that gift has already been set. I usually don't mention that because there's a lot of gossip that goes after that, so I just usually keep that to myself. And as long as it has been agreed amongst them, that's all is needed. So inshallah, we'll go ahead and get started with the process of the nikah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah, nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruh wa na'udhu billahi min shururi anfusina man yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa man yudlil fala hadiya lahu wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa Allah wahdahu la sharika lahu wa nashhadu anna Muhammadan 'abduhu wa rasuluhu amma ba'd. فقد قال الله تبارك وتعالى في القرآن المجيد والفرقان الحميد بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا وقال الله تعالى في مقام آخر يا أيها الناس إنا خلقناكم من ذكر وأنثى وجعلناكم شعوبا وقبائل تعارفوا إن أكرمكم عند الله أتقاكم إن الله عليم خبير وقال الله تعالى ومن آياته أن خلق لكم من أنفسكم أزواجا تسكنوا إليها وجعل بينكم مودة ورحمة إن في ذلك لآية لقوم يتفكرون صدق الله العظيم وقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم في الحديث النكاح من سنتي وقال في حديث آخر فمن رغب عن سنتي فليس مني أو كما قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Do you, Sister Farrah Rahman, the daughter of Brother Hafiz Rahman, in front of the two appointed witnesses and all those who are witnessing this marriage today, give yourself into the nikah in marriage of Ali Mustafa Bajwa, who's the son of Qasim Mustafa Bajwa, with the agreed amount of mahar? Do you give yourself into the nikah in marriage? And do you, Ali Mustafa Bajwa, son of Qasim Mustafa Bajwa, accept into your nikah in marriage Sister Farrah Rahman, the daughter of Hafiz Rahman, in front of all these witnesses and the two appointed witnesses with the agreed amount of mahar? Do you accept her? I have accepted her into my nikah and marriage. Based on the teaching of the Quran and the Sunnah and the Sharia of Islam, there is nothing that is stopping this marriage from being complete. And I do declare that Ali Mustafa Bajwa and Sister Farrah Rahman are now husband and wife. I do conclude this marriage ceremony with a dua of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which he would conduct at the conclusion of every single marriage. That Barakallahu lakuma, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless both of you. Wa baraka alaykuma, may Allah send His blessings upon both of you, and may He make each of you a source of blessing for the other. Wa jama'a baynakuma fi khayr, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep both of you together in a state of peace, happiness, joy, and prosperity. Once again, Ali Mustafa Bajwa and Sister Farrah Rahman are husband and wife. Takbir. Takbir.